Hi, it's me, MC. I come each week to talk about elements that we can think about doing daily so that we can live healthy and strong well into our 80s and 90s. And today I want to talk about a holiday survival plan. Because the truth is, if we don't make a plan for the holidays, it's not easy to survive the many elements of what's coming at us during the holidays. I talked about food issues and how people gain weight during the holidays and how can we plan to do something about that. But today I want to talk about an overall plan of about 10 elements that we need to think about to help ourselves be strategic in planning. So please think about subscribing. I would love to see you here each week where we can share and motivate one another on our journey to be the healthiest version of who we are. Please subscribe, share, and like this channel. I would so much love to see you here each week. So, why do we need a survival plan during the holidays? I don't know about you, but the holidays are definitely so stressful. So, if you can, before we get into the December 1st is today, why don't we think about the non negotiables that you're going to do for yourself for the month of December all the way till January 2nd? Think about what's non negotiable for you. Is it movement? Is it making sure you've got sufficient protein planned? Is it making sure that you've got some kind of a deep breathing or quiet coffee time or some music or journaling or short meditation or some mindfulness? What are you going to do about drinking water and staying hydrated? Is there a weekly ritual that you can get into that definitely gives you something that you can choose that this is the one thing for yourself each week? These kinds of things help us stay focused and centered on what is it that we desire for ourselves. It's so easy to get caught up into family dynamics, into the planning of all the people who are either coming over, who are visiting, who you're going to visit, the gifts, the wrapping, the packages, who bought who for what. Have I got that gift that so and so needs? My partner, my family, my siblings, my nephews, my nieces. Really, giving some time, like a present to yourself weekly, is a serious thing that we need to consider. We need to take that deep breath for the week. Make it the plan where you go and have a massage or go to the coffee shop where there's maybe some cheery music and you can celebrate just being present and drinking your favorite coffee. Anything that can give you an hour of focusing on something that's meaningful to you, reading that book that you love, taking a walk outside and looking at the beautiful greenery or the decorations for the holidays. Anything that gives you this activity that is non-food or celebration related, that it's something you just enjoy, no matter what it is. Is it people watching? Is it going and just watching a cozy old movie that you enjoy? Is it crafting? Is it painting? Is it journaling? Is it reading? Whatever it is, find that non-food related activity that doesn't involve a group or something. I don't know if you're like me, I'm an introvert, and so I need these activities desperately if there's a busy time for holidays. Plan things that you can do that are going to be a way to ground you, like anchor. You need a session each week. Is it going to be Sundays or Mondays? Give yourself 10 or 15 minutes. Maybe Sunday evening is not great, but maybe you get up a little earlier on Monday morning. And that's when you anchor yourself in thinking about what's coming up. What do I want to say yes to? What do I want to say no to? What do I need to prepare for? And help yourself focus on how I'm going to manage your week so that you don't get lost in the shuffle because it can be so demanding during the holidays. Of course, we need to make eating strategies a part of this plan. They really do work. Choosing one or two foods that you want to indulge in and that basically you have and enjoy, and there's no guilt around it, but then make sure that you're also coupling that with sufficient fiber and protein. so that you also find yourself not feeling hungry because you've eaten something that's sweet or high in sugar. The other thing is don't go to these events with a hungry. Don't think that fasting up to the time that you go to the event is the key. No, have a yogurt, drink some broth, have a protein drink, do anything, a piece of cheese, a boiled egg, anything that's going to give you some protein before you go to some kind of big event that has a lot of food in it. This is going to help you a lot. I think the other issue is if it's some kind of a bar of food, just tell yourself you're going to make one plate. But going back for more is not an option. I know that's one of the things that I work to do. And then maybe if you're going home, walk. I know for me, I walk further to the bus or I walk further to the next subway station. Or if I'm taking a cab because it's late at night, I'll walk to the closest cross street to catch the cab versus going right from where I'm standing. Do anything to get a little bit of walking after you do consume food because it does help in reducing our blood sugar. We must have a plan for alcohol. Now, I'm one of those people who made a decision about 2 years ago that alcohol was no longer on my plate. But that may not be what everyone else wants to do. But people are becoming a little more sensitive so that you can always ask, is there a non alcoholic version of this drink? And that sometimes can be very satisfying, but make sure that what they're making non alcoholic is not about making it high sugar. I know I've had to ask that. If they're making it non alcoholic, please cut back on the sugary syrup that's put in there and the flavorings. Can you give me a smaller amount? And people are really wonderful to accommodate you. And also, too, if you're getting some alcohol, I would ask, can I cut back on the sugaring or the flavoring in the drink so that it's not so high in sugar? And I have to tell you, to me, it doesn't change the taste, but the non alcoholic is where I'm going. But if you're still drinking alcohol, maybe you come up with a plan and you limit yourself, or you do something where you have one alcoholic drink and a glass of water. The key to having good sleep is to make sure that you are stopped drinking earlier enough so that it's at least 3 to 4 hours prior to going bed. There's nothing more disrupting than being overly full and a little tipsy for going to bed. That is really rough. So think about that when you're out there partying. Can I stop eating and drinking and just have fun? I think we all can. I know another issue is that how can we make ourselves less available when we need that decompression time? Coming up with something where you're not staying as long at the party. I can only stay an hour, especially if it's for any kind of work parties or any kind of family or friend parties or any kind of going to the restaurant. Or if there's some uncertainty, that let them know that you're not sure you can go, let me check. And I think making sure that we have time to ourselves is a huge issue because this helps us keep our mood stable, our mental health preserved. And we have to do that during the holidays. I know for me, I suffer from that seasonal affective disorder, SAD. I make it a goal to get up in the morning and get sunshine in my eyes walking. Getting that kind of sunshine into your eyes first thing in the morning, it helps boost your cortisol and can help boost your mood. And we need this sometimes because we can get very judgmental about our life or what we've accomplished in the past year. Maybe we're not where we quite want to be, or we feel I haven't met my goals. Let's focus on something different and maybe look at what have you done that's really accomplished during the past year. And truly, only you and your journey is what matters. It's not about comparing yourself to a family member or a friend or even to strangers who are a similar age. It's all about just being in your life, living it fully in the way that you find doable for you. We also need to protect our health, so sleep is key, eating fresh foods and vegetables, whole foods, all of those things are key. The other issue that we have to start taking more importance around is just washing our hands. I know we're not wearing masks and there's a lot of the controversy around taking these vaccines. You know what? Wash hands is the key. Hand washing, when you arrive somewhere, go into the bathroom, wash your hands. When you come home, go into the bathroom, wash your hands. Make it a part of your routine. And I have to tell you, I think you will find that by washing your hands more regularly for no reason, like you haven't just gone to the bathroom, just washing your hands is going to do a lot to protect your immune system from viruses. Another thing is you need to go slow. We can be so stressed because maybe we spent too much money or we don't know exactly what we want to buy yet. Something in front of us looks like the perfect purchase. And do I really have that money to spend on that? So we have to really think about what is it that we want to do? What can we make our gift giving more meaningful? I know for me, I think last year what I did was I bought all of these. They're like a silver little angel that is like a prayer angel. And I sent it to some of my relatives for that. And I did some other things like donating for on their behalf. So there's many ways that we can do something that's meaningful and it's not that expensive. So I think we have to look at those kinds of things. And finally, it's about sleep. We have to protect our sleep. One of the most powerful ways of allowing our bodies to recover from anything, overindulgence, too much alcohol, too many screens, giving yourself some boundaries around making sure that you get into home at least an hour before you're going to bed is key. And being consistent is really the most important thing. If you're at a party and it's really wonderful and fun, you know what? Leave at 10 o'clock or come up with a time that I go to bed at 11. So I need to be home by 10. I need to travel by 30, 40 minutes. So make a point of maybe only getting there a little late and leaving a little early so that you can make sure that you're getting in your bed at the normal time that you normally get into bed and go to sleep. I know all of these things are so hard when we're having fun and we're enjoying ourselves or we're deep into a wonderful conversation. And sure, we can in the moment decide, oh, you know what? I'm going to sleep in tomorrow. Or we'll make some reasonable justification. But let's only do it occasionally and not every time we're out. That I think is coming up with a plan so that it's not always the choice that we make, but it's the sometimes choice because I haven't seen these friends or family members in a long time. So be well, my friends. We have this one precious life. Let's live this Christmas holiday season in the best possible way we can with a plan to establish boundaries, to give ourselves time to focus and think, to keep ourselves moving, to make ourselves a plan that will keep us healthy, happy, rested, de-stressed during this next 30 to 31 days of enjoying the holiday season. And please think about subscribing. I would love to see you here each week where we can share and compare and not compare, but maybe share and motivate, okay? How we can make ourselves the healthiest version well into our 80s and 90s. I hope to see you here next week. And again, I'm trying to go live on YouTube so that we can have an interactive conversation about what we're struggling with or what we're accomplishing. Either way, be well, my friends. This is MC of Healthy by George. Bye-bye.
So thank you so much for joining me at Healthy by George. I hope you found the information inspiring and that it encourages you on your wellness journey. Because remember, your body, your well-being are a most precious gift, and every tiny action taken daily can make a huge difference. I hope the information here is educational purposes and is not meant to replace your medical care. See your doctor and talk about what works for you. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Your support means the world to me, and it helps me continuing creating content that inspires and empowers you to live your best life. Goodbye for now, and join me again at the next Healthy by George.